Hello. Good afternoon. It's technically still morning where I am. It's 11:30 11:30 a.m. where I am here in California. How's everyone doing today? See, it looks like we've got lights, camera, action. That's good. Checking my frames. Kilobits per second in the correct category today for change. I decided to go live on a Sunday. Who knew? Every Sunday. What is the element of my regular old web live stream on the YouTube and the Twitch? Well, there's the frosty glass of Diet Coke. Hell yeah. Oh, that hits. Man, that hits like a pack of mules. All right, we got the beautiful blue Bluetooth controller. Try not to be hypnotized by it. You will fail. I am now fully in control of every aspect of your life. All right, it's not that kind of beautiful Bluetooth controller. It's still pretty cool though. I use this for my cat's gonna escape. He's almost gonna get. Please. Oh, thank goodness. He gets a cabin fever. Like he gets bored and he just has to bother me every 12 seconds. How you doing? All right, so today's web stream, there'll be me flying around for a solid hour, probably, roughly. I don't know where we're going to go. I don't know what kind of plane we're going to fly in. One of my gigantic fleet of aeroplanos. Again, no particular thing. We're going to watch a little more. Yeah, probably the last part of 77 today, finally. I think we can squeeze it in. We're going to squeeze it in. Hi, good to see you. Then there's going to be no, we're going to watch it. Oh, if you stick around. Let's see. We're going to fly in soon, but it's going to be like a solid, 45, 50 minutes. Not today. Tomorrow. Tomorrow's another stream day. Tomorrow, Monday's a regular stream day, so I need more material. You know what I mean? Plus, we have to spread it out because I mentioned the time constraints of my stream. They can't go too long, and I got a lot of music to play. So, okay, so the first part of the stream, we play the 7 minute. We're going to watch the rest. It's going to be like 8 minutes, I think. That's a lot. Is it? We'll have to see. We still might be pushing it. I thought it looked longer than that, like 3 minutes. But anyway, we'll see. We'll see. I don't know. It's going to be big brain game, which you don't care about because you go to sleep immediately after. Everything else doesn't matter to you. Big brain game. That's me playing the Quirtles. There'll be the trivia game today. A couple of different kind of trivia games I like to play on a daily basis. We'll do that on stream, like as usual, pretty much. Then we'll take a short break with my mid-roll, and after that, we'll come back. Today shall be a guitar playing day. The guitar I picked out for today's jamming around is this unbelievably gorgeous Paul Reed Smith CE-24 in tramp as a green. It's called. You got to. This finish, unfortunately, really has to be viewed in the real life because when your eyes, it has a 3D effect when you look at it with your actual eyes, does not come across on the camera because the camera's only one lens. It's just an optical illusion. But when you see it in person, it's like, oh my goodness, it's really really cool. It's hypnotic. If you're not hypnotized by the Bluetooth controller, you're going to be hypnotized by the Trampus Green Paul Reed Smith CE-24. All right, let's move along. I don't know what we want to do today, so let's just get started with it. This is Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. I got my throttle body hooked up here. We can hit the start button. There's the scene. Okay, so one thing is yesterday, or actually a couple days ago now, I had some issues starting up the P-38 and just in general flying around. So we're going to get some more practice time in with the P-38L today. Got so many pretty colors. The one we're going to pick today is Yippee. It's this really, this isn't a realistic one, but it's kind of this, I don't know, peach puce. I'm not really sure what color that is. It's really cool looking in flight. It's a great paint job. And the other thing I was thinking about the other day is that we were flying around a little bit around South America, but we weren't flying around the part that has been improved, because that part's down here, this area here. I think we're gonna this area here has been kind of worked on, so I want to fly around kind of here. Let's see, There's a bunch of airports in this area. I don't know about the weather, but it should be okay. Let's see. Let's see. How big is this? Okay, 4,283 feet of bituminous. Perfectly adequate. Does it have a way? Does it have a? Okay, it has a ramps. Perfect. Meaning we can cold start the plane. It's really my the thing that tickles me the most is starting from cold. So let's get started. Hopefully, this area, which is a different area, but it's quite a ways far from Venezuela. But that area hadn't been improved as part of the world update. This part has been, I think, worked on. We'll find out. And even if it hasn't, it should be an interesting flight. It's looking kind of cloudy, but we do have a magic wand. We can wave over the weather. It looks like broken clouds, and given that they might be kind of high up, yeah, I think we'll be fine. I don't know what you mean by that. All right, let's fly around a bit. Let's check the plane out a bit. Oh, the other problem I had, remember, I don't know if you remember this, was that I ran out of fuel because I was not managing the fuel properly. And I got to think about that. This one, okay, look at this plane. It says Yippee on it. It's got a beautiful color. Okay, those are the drop tanks. Those are fuel tanks. We might want to keep those on today. I think I dropped them early, and we probably didn't want to do that. All right, let's get in the plane. We're pretty much going to get ready to start it. The other thing I did wrong was I didn't close the canopy before taxi. We don't have to lock it, but you do have to close it before canopy. All right, let's get it started up. It's not that hard. All right, make sure these are operating perfect. Okay, this goes to here, your mixture goes to here, and your propeller goes down to here as well. So these are basically cracked. Beautiful. Now we got to get down here, I think. Here. If you go down, you cannot turn the master fuel pumps on, and these need to go to, I think these should actually be on, what is it, right end fuel tank main. Yeah, I think we still want these on main. Oof. 93 gallons. There's the outer tank. We'll have to figure that out later. We're gonna just keep an eye on it. All right, so now that we have all this taken care of, well, all right, here we go. The master battery on, very good. These generator guards can close. The generators can go on. The master ignition goes on, and let's put both sets of magnetos for both engines on. Let's see, what else do we need down here? Everything there looks good. Let's see, what down here? All right, we're getting ready to start the engines. Again, it's a tricky start procedure. And I don't always get it right the first time, which is why we're practicing it. First, you want to look around and make sure the props are clear. Canopy's open, that's fine. All right, so you were going to prime the left engine for 2 seconds, no more, no less. Then we're going to engage the left engine starter. Hold on, I got to find the right. Yeah, okay, this way. Right start, right engage. So it's push for left start and push for left engage. All right, let's try to start the left engine. So 1,000, 2,000, and then you're gonna push this in here like this. Hold it for a few seconds so that starts up, and then if we do it right, we should hear the engine engage. I think I hear something. Voila! Big puff of smoke. Engine engages. Very nice. I'm always happy when that happens. We did get the first engine started last time, no problem. All right, so let's just do the same thing for the left engine. So. Left engine, 1,000, 2,000. Okay. Or sorry, right engine. So we're going to pull to engage the right starter. Hold that for a couple seconds. And then engage do a right engage. I heard it pump up. I heard it start up. 2 engine starts. That always makes me happy. All right. Now we can check to make sure our radio is turned on. It is. We're just going to fly around and see what there is to see. Right. The other mistake I'm not going to make this time is not closing the canopy before. There it goes. Because if you taxi while open and you go too fast, this happened last time. It'll pop the canopy up. I mean, we still flew around, but okay. Now it's not. The other thing is to make sure is to lock the canopy before takeoff. Well, that's just part of our takeoff steps. All right. Let's see here. Let's see. Reduce. Turn off the parking brake. Regular brake in here. turned around to where we want to be. But the other thing is just the joy of flying this plane. I mean, all my planes are my favorites, but, you know, this is one of my favorites. One of my favorites. I do want to fly the Bronco, which is another plane that's got 2 big propeller engines, but it's quite different because it's so much more modern. Right, wait. Did we miss our opportunity for a takeoff request here? Alright. This is where we're taking off from, right? Huh?
Julio Caesar traffic.
Alright, whatever. Okay, flaps to there. Here's the another important step. Oops, parking brake on. Lock both sides of the canopy or the canopy will fly off. Let's see, what do we got here? Engines are running. That all looks good. Everything here is set. Alright, flaps are there. Canopy locked. For some reason it doesn't want us... I guess it wants us to take off the other direction. So we'll go down. So what it wants us to come... We're going to have to come down to the other side of the runway. That's fine. Flaps up here. That's why it's directing us down to the other side of the runway. And the reason why it does that is because wind conditions. Typically planes... You know what? No. Yeah, no, we should be able to take off like this. Screw these guys. We're taking off. Because this is into the wind. There's no reason to route us the other direction. Look at the wind side. I mean, there's no wind. Alright, we're just going to fly that. Let's fly around in an aeroplano. Do. Gear up. Flaps up. Gears start to tick in there. A little jerky way it kind of does. Flaps are closed. Which way? Okay, I want to go the other way, I think, to get to more civilization. But I don't know. We'll find out. There's definitely a bunch of airports around here. And thank goodness they fixed the bug where it doesn't always show the points of interest. But I want to head towards the water, which is, I guess, that direction. I figure the coastline is where most interesting things are going to be usually if I don't know the general terrain. All right, so this is where's okay. There's the airport, Julio Caesar. Okay. Don't know exactly where we are. All right, we'll bring these down here to about here. Bring your mixture down. You can see I'm messing with my little controls here to optimize our use of fuel. It seems like a nice enough day. I guess the city is down there. I mean, at least the one we're going to check out. So let's check it out. We're going to hit the water here. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? And this is an important step that you shouldn't miss, is closing the windows. There's these windows here that I keep forgetting about that are open by default. It's not a problem, but you can see it's a lot quieter in here with those windows closed. Unlike when you unlock the canopy and it flies off, the windows aren't going to really do anything. But yeah, it's quite noisy with these windows open. But you need them to get in down to get in and out of the plane, so they are typically down. Look at that! It's like a I said it's a pool. No, it's like maybe a resort. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if this city has been reworked for that update that takes place around here. All right, so south further is again some huge river. It's not the Amazon. I don't think we're not in Brazil. I think we're somewhere else, but I don't really know. I should have figured that out. But the main thing is the color of this plane is so cool. You look at those wings. Amazon Express. Maybe it is the Amazon. In which case it is Brazil, but I don't think so. I think the Amazon is somewhat south of us. Yeah, you know what? We have a map. Let's take a look. Yeah, okay. This is... the Amazon is not far from us. The Amazon is kind of to the west and northwest of us. This is not the Amazon. The Amazon is that other huge river over there. It's a similar river. I don't know what it's called. And it's gigantic. It goes down, what, that direction? Oh, that direction there. Well, yeah, here we are, South America. Tooling around. All right, let's head out kind of north. Which is the other direction. So yeah, this is the city that's here. It's on this side. But yeah, this whole kind of water feature you can see really becomes quite wide. And then that's the coastline of South America. That side there. So this must be Brazil, though, if we're here, right? I mean, because yeah, I think it is Brazil. Come to think of it. But yeah, no, the other day we were flying around here, it was Venezuela. It's quite a ways away. But I'm anxious to explore more South America. It's an area that we haven't really seen a lot of. It's not all it looks great, but it looks okay. It's not like Europe, most of Europe, especially Northern Europe. But you can still see a lot of like maybe not custom buildings there, maybe not. Okay. Well, it was worth a try. All right. So what I want to do, though, that I hadn't been doing previously, is monitoring the fuel. What we do is go to our fuel here. And you can see what's happening is there's a left main. There's actually what? Including the external tanks, there's 8 tanks, and it does not automatically switch between the tanks. And you can see we have more fuel in our external tanks. We probably should be feeding from them, right? So how do you do that? We go to the fuel management here, which is here. Okay. And you switch these to reserve. Center outer wing. Left to outer. Oops. What is the toppings on the pizza? I need to know. Because our trim is not set well here. Just cheese? Well, you know, a good quality cheese pizza can be the best pizza. Okay, I'm watching where fuel is being used now. Should be coming from the tip tanks. In fact, or did I just starve these? I think I messed up. I think these had to be here. Yeah, because we're losing power. Right? Now, okay, now we got power. Yeah, there wasn't any. It's got a messed up system. Yeah, those things don't work. These selectors don't work like you want them to. Because there should have been outer wing, 55 gallons. Because I'm showing tip tanks, and it was just like nothing. But when I switched it back, now we can fly again. All right. Well, I'm learning more stuff about how. Well, pepperoni is technically kind of pepperoni cheese is the classic. That's the other thing. It's got to be good. It's good pepper. Now you're making me hungry. It's only 11:30 here, and I just had breakfast a while ago. You know, well, it's noon. Yeah. So I don't really know how to switch to external tank. All right, look, I'm gonna figure this out. We'll just do this on one engine, right? Okay, that is fine, right? On the right engine, still working. Right? My right engine's still going, right? Both engines are still running. That's fine. So I should be able to switch this one over to here as well. Right? Both planes are still... I'm trying to figure this out. Good to... It is a chill... We do strive for the chillness. I mean, especially the flying section. It's basically just kind of exploring various areas at reasonably low level. Actually, we're too high up. This is, I think, some part of Brazil. But welcome in. Yeah, I do this 5 days, and I do like a stream 5 days a week, in case you're curious. And as I always like to say, if new people come by on YouTube, you can smash that subscribe button. Like a few other people have, and then you'll get notifications when I go live, which is basically 5 days a week around the same time. But, wow. I love these rivers, these really, tropical looking river systems. This definitely is... I don't say it's unique. I mean, Asia has some parts that look like this, kind of wetlands, I would call them, I guess. But not America. Yeah. Yeah, we'll be playing guitar later today. Today's guitar day. I alternate between Ken's piano lounge. That was yesterday. And today is the guitar day. You probably know. I mean, people who come... hello. There we go. People who come to the stream probably have seen it before. Maybe just not live, you know. Especially because YouTube really likes to recommend me. All right, so if we head out that direction far enough, there is another city. I'm just trying to figure out how to get it to use the external tanks. Okay, so that didn't get it to use the external tanks. We're going to try to figure this out. Okay, here's it. What is it? Okay, shift 6. All right, so it says off emergency drop tank on. If I switch it to that, and that's I'm just going to switch one engine, because if you switch it to the wrong thing, the engine will turn off, and we might have to restart it. So I just want to do one. I'm just making sure it's doing. Okay, so it does seem to be operating. Yeah, okay. So now I'm seeing the right engine is taking gas, if you look at my thing on the right, from external 2. Which I want it to, because that's where you want to use your gas first. You want to use your gas on those drop tanks first. All right, let's try the other engine on drop tank 2. Drop tank on. I think that's what that means. Yeah. Okay, so now, and that's where most of my fuel is at the moment, at least. All right, I really didn't want to go this way. There's nothing down here. Or that's where we were. Again, there's nothing out here either. All right, switch to the drop tanks. This is my P-38 Lightning. It's a, World War II. There we go. World War II era. Single pilot. There was just one guy in it. So it primarily had a fighter role, or air defense role. In other words, defending bombers from other fighters. But you could, where those drop tanks are, you could have bombs, and it could drop bombs. It's not a huge bomb load or anything, but kind of a multi-role aircraft from the early 40s. Very popular back then. Got a Gem 555 and a Fester. Good choices, very good choices. I've got a whole bunch of guitars. Yesterday we played my Stratocaster. I've got a Telecaster. I've got a Fender Jazzmaster. I've got 5 different Les Pauls, 3 are Epiphones and 2 are Gibsons. The beautiful guitar I want to play today is this PRS CE-24, which I was showing that on a little bit. Gorgeous guitar, really pretty guitar. Doesn't come off in the pictures. Oh, I'm turning. And then I got that Schecter, which I got not too long ago. That's just stunning. I like guitars that look good and are very functional, play really well. Are we fully gonna? I don't know, man. I don't know. We got a lot of time to fly around here. All right, now that we've flown around here, and again, it's a learning experience. This is the first time I have figured out how to successfully switch to the external tanks. Which again, there's more fuel in the external tanks than in any of the other tanks, but I cannot get it to use the tip tanks. I think that's a bug, because I switched it to tip. There's supposed to be fuel in it, and it didn't. And you can see the engines were being starved of fuel, or did shut down. I love that one of the great effects that 2020 has, weather effects. It's kind of seeing rain in clouds when it kind of hits the ground. That effect of rain, coming out of a cloud and hitting the ground. I always like that effect. Oh, let's fly through the rainstorm. You have to be inverted to use them. I think it's a bug. I mean, look, as I say, there's a bunch of positions for. There's these fuel tank selectors, left hand, right hand. There's drop, outer, main, and cross, which I'll discuss in a second, and then the reserve. The outer wingtip should be the left and right tip, and then the reserve should be the aux, left and right aux. Cross feed just means combine the left and right main tank for the left and right engines. In other words, rather than just having the left tank and the left engine and the right engine pull from the left and right tanks, have them effectively also cross feed, which you want to do for balancing reasons, but to keep the plane balanced. But again, it's a bug, because I tried left aux and left tip, and the only thing that seems to work are the main tanks and the external ones. But it is feeding from the external tanks, which I wanted to do. Now here's where it gets fun. Okay, here's where it gets fun. We're going to switch over to, this is something I really like to do. Hello. Okay, here we go. We're going to switch back over to, let's go back to main cross. We got plenty of fuel in main cross, right? Engines are still working, right? Yep, okay, engines are still going. Now we can drop the tanks here. Let me show you how that works. Hello. So to drop the tanks, you come down here. It says bombs or tanks. You arm them this way. We're going to arm both of them. Unfortunately, there's no animation. You just push this button here, and then they just disappear. But then you can also see where it said left and right. Now you can now see external and external 2 have 0. So it's a good thing you got to change over the fuel before you drop those tanks, or because that's me how I know. All right, so now we have enough fuel, but we have less than you think, because as I say, I haven't figured out how to get the fuel out of anything but the main tanks. So let's go ahead and land this plane. We're gonna do another short flight. We got plenty of time. Some people are like, yeah, it's late where I am, but that's, wait a minute. Oh yeah, no, something bad happened to my tanks. Or I had them on cross feed. The other bug is that, yeah, when they're on cross feed, it also starves, and I don't know what that is either. It's got some bugs. That's the long and short of it. But yeah, they're running now. 0 point energy is featured in quite a few iconic science fiction novels, and it has been seen in a lot of video games. I've never heard of electrogravitic propulsion, though. But they're all variations of things where you have some kind of singularity or a black hole or something, and you use it to create energy or propulsion. It's not really that physically sound, by the way. But, you know, it's great for science fiction. And, you know, it's not completely implausible. It's just, you know, we're not really getting that close to it. I would like to see humanity develop, fusion energy to produce electricity on a commercial scale. That would really be something. What is my background? Thank you for asking. I'd be happy to talk about it. So yeah, my background is, if you're talking about it academically, I have a degree in mathematics and computer science from the University of California, UCLA specifically. And I'm a professional working software engineer. I'm not retired or anything like that. I work 5 days a week at a bank, major U.S. bank, let's call it that, as a software engineer. It's a really interesting, pretty interesting, fun, and pretty, how would I put it, cushy job. You know, you're sitting on your ass writing code, and which is fun for me. We're gonna pass over a couple airports here and kind of land down at that big one, the bigger one. And then maybe we'll do a short flight, because we got plenty of time. I'll find another plane that's kind of challenging to start up. But again, it's all practice here. Okay, so we're left main at 30 and 31. Would I continue if they went up to 100 episodes? That's an interesting question. I'm not sure, you know what I mean? It does get repetitive, and like there's plenty of things I could watch that have hundreds and hundreds of episodes. Specifically, I was talking about how much I'm a fan of One Piece, the live action Netflix One Piece. It's only got one season, you know what I mean? It's not a huge time commitment to have watched all of it. But then there's the manga and specifically in the anime, and there's hundreds and hundreds of hours, I believe, of episodes. And I'm like, yeah, I wouldn't even get started with that, because it's just too much of a time commitment. All right, see this big runway down here? All right, we're gonna have to get ready, prepared for landing here. So we're gonna kind of reduce some power here, make a power reduction here. Get our engines down. We got flaps to second position. Okay. We're gonna land. Okay, yeah. Okay, we're coming down. We're gonna make a right turn to get onto this runway here. We're going kind of fast. Let's go ahead and think about bringing the gear down. Here's gear opening up, gear coming down. My favorite thing in the world. I kind of just that little jerky thing. It's down. All right, then we can make the right turn here. That's our speed, 140. Bring power down a little bit more. I'm making some adjustments down here. Mixture's going to full, power down, and prop right down a little bit here. Where is the aeropuerto? It's right ahead. Our speed's 100. Want to maintain 115. That looks good. There we go. That's what it looks like from here. I don't think we didn't take off at this airport. This is the bigger airport, I think. This is this is the international airport locally, wherever it is, where we are. All right, we took off from Julio Cesar, which is further down that way. Fusion energy causes too much waste. No, fusion energy doesn't cause waste. It's just extremely difficult to maintain because you have to hit temperatures of something like 1,000,000 degrees and high pressure, which you can only do by magnetically bottling up the energy. But all fusion does is merge two helium atoms into a hydrogen atom, which leaves some extra energy. Not a lot, but some extra energy to pop out, which you could use some of to continue the reaction. But helium and hydrogen are the simplest things. There's no carbon involved in a fusion reaction. It's kind of high up from here, actually. Let's brush these trees a little bit. That's our speed, 120. Slow down a little bit. What's our flaps at? We'll go to full flaps here. Helium-3. Well, helium-3 is an isotope of helium. I don't actually think you're producing helium isotopes in fusion, but I'm not sure. And in this case, isotope is the number of neutrons in the nucleus. What's your background? You seem like you're into the science stuff. Sometimes I do when I'm bored with the... Hello. Let's see if we can get on the ground here. We do something called science... science news in the news. Oops. Okay, flaps up. Brakes on. Decent enough land. Let's go this way. We're gonna land. We're gonna park in this little private area down here. Kind of cool. Looks like there's some planes moving around. Decent enough landing. I don't want to break the plane. Well, yeah. I mean, ultra cooling. That's the interesting thing about fusion is like, I think the magnets have to be superconducting magnets. Maybe not. So you have to have super cold magnets to have enough magnetic energy to hold in the heat that you need. I'm not actually sure if that's how it works. I'm not a fusion expert. Just kind of come down here. Look at these other gorgeous GA aircraft down here parked around here. I'm gonna try to park the other direction here. Oh, I know what I want to do. I know what I want to do. We have plenty of time. Don't get on me. We got plenty of time. All right, get this out here. Look, I cannot resist taking a screenshot of Yippee. We won't cold shut it down, but the plane just, I mean, it's just a happy plane, from my personal opinion, and that's the one that matters. Oh, perfect, jaunty. We'll leave them spinning. It looks good that way. All right, that is what you call a screenshot. It's basically a little postcard that I mail myself. Oh yeah, I have an actual mission. I have something I want to do. It's going to take so little time to do, trust me. But it involves going to my ranch in Wyoming that I purchased recently. And flying my smallest jet through my barn. It's just a thing. All right. So first what we're going to do is pick my smallest jet, which is the BD. Which I rarely fly for some reason. It's tiny. It's a Burt Rutan design, I believe. It's a super experimental BD5J. Chrome is fine. All right, so where we're gonna go is our ranch, which we're just gonna do a little quick search for it right here. The Circle B Ranch. Yeah, it's just a snippy tool, and basically it just automatically goes to my screenshots folder. All right, Circle B Ranch. We're not gonna cold start it. You're gonna see what we're gonna do here. I bought this ranch. Apparently, it's based on a real place. A couple of like a month ago. I don't know. In game. Comes with all sorts of cool things. It's got working. It's a dirt. It's a dirt it's a runway. Although there is a little airport nearby. Comes all over stuff. Yeah. After this, we're gonna do Skibbity Toilet. We're only 37 minutes in, and I like to go about 50 minutes of. I know. No, yeah, it is, but that's no, it's dumb. Hey, when I was a kid, we watched the Thunderbirds. You guys don't know about any of this stuff, but we watch a lot of dumb stuff. All right, see how tiny this thing is? I mean, look how huge that plane is in the background compared to this. Like, if you're a big person, you could barely fit in this plane, and you can kind of see here. I mean, they don't show a character, but it's like a race car in that it wraps around you, and there's not a lot of other room. But I love this guy. Okay, so flaps are set, trim is set. All we got to do is get this little tiny jet engine on a boil, and hopefully it'll be able to get off this little dirt runway. I've never operated this plane off of this runway. You see, there's like bulls on the side there. I'm trying to keep it together. It'll be fine. It's flying. It flies. Oh, and like most of these jets, they don't really get a lot of speed going until you get some speed. You know what I mean? So the jets don't generate a lot of power until there's enough. Oop. I think I had my air brakes down. There we go. No, maybe not. What's going on here? I'm having jet problems. Why did it do that? I have to restart it. The engine shut down. Okay, I'm trying to start it up again. Is there a mixture control? No. Is it starting up? I don't fly this plane as much. Yeah, it's not. Okay. I have to figure out what. Let's see what we did. What's going on here? The engine's on, right? Okay, that control is full. If I do this, does that do it? Okay, yeah, okay. So, in other words, there is a mixture control, although you don't see it. Okay. So, I just had to learn something there. Alright. Nope, and the engine went down again. We got plenty of fuel. Control E won't restart it. What? Yeah, I'm having engine trouble. And it basically has nothing here. I mean, there's no engine controls. Like, everything's on. Battery. Throttle. Pitch trim. Yeah, that would be cool. I just gotta see if... Yeah. Is it starting up here? I don't think it is. That's interesting. Yeah, I'm gonna see if okay. Let's start. I'm gonna see if anything at all will keep this engine going. Because it starts. It's running now, but then what's happening is now it's something else. Did I turn the autopilot on? How did the autopilot get turned on? Is that what it was doing? What was giving me problems? I wonder if his autopilot was like on and it. I have flown over Sedona. Sedona's great. Okay, now is the engine staying on? Or is the engine going up? Basically, I'm looking in that lower left corner. It says 82%, 83%. But I should be, and it was going down to 0, like right away. But now I think maybe the autopilot was overriding or something. All right, anyway, let's just get what I wanted to do here. Say, here's my ranch. I think the engine's operating now, so I think we'll be able to fly now. Called the Circle B Ranch. It's got all sorts of cool working stuff down there. We're not going to check it out right now. The thing it is that barn down there is designed to be flown through by various aircraft, and we have quite a few times. So I'm just checking. I mean, is my engine pushing at all? I'm going too slow. Maximum engine? Is that what I need to have? I mean, I've flown in this plane before. It's a little. First of all, it's definitely small enough. It's a little squirrely, but it's generally pretty easy to fly when I've flown it. I think maybe the autopilot was on. That shouldn't have affected the engine though, so I don't really know what that was about. All right, let's try to see if we can get through the barn. We'll come from this direction here. This is what it looks like from here. Kind of scary. We're gonna get real nice and low to attempt to fly this barn pattern here. This is what it looks like from here. It's a little easier from outside the plane, but this plane is so small that it looks like you're really low to the ground, and you're not. You're quite a ways up. But the other thing is you're also so small that you can easily fit through this hole, right? Oh, we're too high. We easily fit through, by the way. Oh, hey, I should turn the smoke on. Let's try it with smoke. Okay, so we have smoke. Is it coming off? Okay, you kind of see the smoke trail. All right, let's try the other direction. The other direction's easier. And then that's going to be it for flight for today. But if you enjoyed the flight simulator, by the way, what a gorgeous day at my ranch in Wyoming. There's like, we can chase some animals around down there. And there's all this working irrigation stuff is really cool. Movie, oh, I don't know if this lineup's going to be any good. All right, we got smoke on. So we're going to try to smoke through this barn here. Ugh, gotta learn how to fly this plane again. Okay, that time we hit the side. We'll try again. Let's try from the inside. Yeah, okay, the autopilot is back on. It starts the autopilot on after a crash. That's ridiculous. I'm pissed off. Yeah, this Gibson. I do have several. I have a couple of Fender shirts. I got a Gibson shirt. I don't have any like the PRS shirts, but it is one of my favorite shirts. Yeah, I got a lot. I got a bunch of shirts that say Twitch on it. All right, let's try this from here, through here. I'm trying to get good at this, and there's only one way to get good at it. That's practice. But yeah, something about having that autopilot on causes the engine to fail. It's actually a little easier from here. I think I could get it done every single time, no problem. All right, do you think it's possible to land on our little grass strip, our little dirt strip, which are right here? We'll come from the other direction. I don't know. Oh, I'm going to find out. All right, so basically, real simple plane. The engine does seem to be running. We put out flaps to mid position here. Gears coming down. Look at that tiny gear. I mean, it's just tiny little gear. Oh, you can see here when you zoom in. The whole plane is tiny. But the gear looks like it's like this big in real life, which it is. This plane is, it's the smallest jet. It's highly experimental. Okay, wait, what's happening with our engine? Got to keep that engine on a boil because it's really tiny. And it takes a while for it to really kind of generate and produce any power. All right, we've got a good lineup, though. Let's go full flaps. This is what it looks like from here. Kind of squirrely. All right, starting to reduce power. You can hear that little engine starting to scroll down, because I think we'll be fine now. All right. All right, it's full braking. Hopefully we can brake in time. There's your brake. Look how tiny this thing is. Perfectly good landing. We'll come over here. I mean, just comparing it to other small planes and thinking how in real life, I mean, I think it's got like a 14-foot wingspan or something crazy like that. Well, you certainly should have at least a controller. But I also have a throttle body here, which I use to control the throttle, which is just separate. And it's like $50. It's a USB thing you plug in. But yeah, if you, there's a way to fly it with just, okay, flaps up. There's a way to fly it with just keyboard and mouse. I just don't recommend it. It's possible. It's just very hard. I don't know if this canopy opens. If I remember correctly, it doesn't. Oh, wait. I think it does. There it goes. It's just that little aluminum bar holds it open. Look how tiny it is. It's so cute. And there's me in my flight helmet there. All right, so we're gonna get out of the plane, make another little. Okay. By the way, the barn. This barn is filled with memorabilia. It's super cool. There's. Oh, I still have my smoke on. Excuse me, I forgot. Hold on. Smoke off. It's the switch right here. All right, no more smoke. All right, we'll dissipate in a minute. So, but there's a whole bunch of stuff going on here. But one of the coolest things is there's livestock being loaded, and there's these there's your ranch dogs. There's this one pupper's here. It's a shepherd of some kind, and this pupper here. It's more of a pit bull mix, I imagine. And and then you got your cattle, you got your horses. Horses are over here. They keep them separate. And then you got your guy here listening to country music, and he's at the saddle shop, saddling up the horses. It's really cool. I mean, especially because none of this is really part of flight simulation. Oh, and there's some people. Oh, we got this Corvette that I really like. Comes with. You got a bunch of people hanging out. I own them. Where are the slaves? There's the slaves. But here's the problem. Okay, these people have been partying and leaving a mess behind, and it's got to have to stop. Speaking of pizza, look, there's pepperoni pizza right there, empty bottles of beer, which is fine, okay? Or when somebody's using their Alexa to play music. But there's a trash can right here, literally 8 feet away, a trash can. Why could not they put their bottles and pizza in the trash after having their little pizza party, okay? Heads are gonna roll. Okay, but anyway, I love some of this, like the grading equipment. It's really cool. All right, we're gonna watch some Skibbity Toilet. What's going on here? Can I get back in the plane? I'm back in the plane. All right, how do we turn this thing off? Avionics master, battery, smoke. Oh, that was smoke. Okay, closed fuel valve. That's got to do something, right? All right, that turned off the smoke. Finally. I know, but I love it that they kind of set the whole thing up there with a trash can by the, the trash can by the dirty, nasty thing. There's chickens running around. And the other thing you could do is there's actually planes in this that are crop dusters. So you can actually we did a crop dusting segment the other day. All right, look, we got somebody who really wants to watch more Skibbity Toilet, so we're gonna. All right, that person is me. So, and then there's going to be brain games. There's going to be lots more streaming coming, and more streams to come. So that's how it is. Let me switch toilets, believe it or not. There are switch toilets categories. You see what I have on the brain here? Okay, all right. There's an actual category which we're going to switch to. All right, give me a second here to switch over. I'm going to get out of my flight simulator here. And again, if you haven't been watching this show, it's from a Russian guy using basically free tools, who's obviously started wanting to learn how to create animation and then kind of created these dreamlike battles, science fiction-y battles. All right, let's see. YouTube is there. Give me a second. Got to go to my history to make sure we start where we ended yesterday. There we are. Skibbity Toilet season 25. Okay, don't auto start, please. Thank you. Full screen, unmute. There's me. Go back just a little bit, but basically, you're gonna have to catch up. If you're curious about this whole thing, there is a Wikipedia article, a very large Wikipedia article. There's probably other ones, but that one is pretty good, talking about the origin of it and what's going on. But basically, there's 3 sides. There's the toilets, the Skibbity Toilets. There's the humanoids who had their heads replaced with electronic devices of various kinds at various sizes, and actual human people, kind of caught in the middle, kind of pawns. So I don't know whether it's supposed to be Earth or not, but there's definitely things going on. I just love that kind of Jesus story. Not accidentally. There's very little dialogue, and what there is kind of how can I say? I mean, there's more now, but you don't really need the dialogue. It's Samples. Okay, we got some research going on. You can tell if they're wearing a white lab coat, they're researchers. Yeah, so there's definitely some tropes. But they've got these old T2 TVs. Some of them have LCD TVs too. Yes, you can. Hold on a second. People ask for the Discord link, and it'll just take me a second here. Actually, give me a second to grab that for you. Are you already in? Hold on a second. No, I'm gonna just make an invite link and put it there. If you're interested in coming to my Discord, I don't know about we chat a lot, but it is what it is. Okay, hold on a second. Back to here. All right, gotta keep going. We got until here. See, this extra scene 4 is long. It's not the scene. We're gonna play up to here. Okay. So we got like almost 5 minutes. Yes, you can actually talk to me. You're talking to me right now. But yeah, I mean, we can chat on Discord. You know, unless I get sick of it or don't like to. Why not? The thing about the toilets is that they seem to be partially biological. So they'll be uniform. Whereas the guys who have their heads replaced don't believe. Well, yeah, that's the idea. There's a lot of secrets. Like once they discover space, there's a tracking device. It's a tracking device. It is quite explosive. But yeah, the other thing, yeah, you can't hear me. But yeah, it's all action, so it's very explosive. The weapons are loud, and that's fine. And you have to love these designs. The weapons, there's a lot of these spinning, moving parts. But, you know, as I say, when I was a kid, we would definitely watch shows that didn't have a lot of content to them, but were all about blowing things up in the most, you know, ear-splitting way possible. Because why not, you know? Is it still too loud? It doesn't sound that loud to me. That's got to be about right. I mean, you got a volume control on yours. It's not peaking. I have audio output meters. It was, but it's not anymore. Yeah, I don't think it was too loud. In fact, yes. Okay. In fact, I can control this on my. I'm looking at my meters now. So that's perfect. It's loud, but I'm louder than that. I'm peaking, but it's. It's definitely not. I trust me. I'm looking at my audio meters. I mean, it might be on your system, but not on mine. All right, so these are the different guys. There's a scientist guy, and that person in black, I think, is a spot. We got more of these Halo dudes. No, energy whips.
How do you like the pain?
Well, we've seen her. I don't know how she got so big. Oh, yeah, she's a twin. Right. Sometimes the designs make it really hard to tell what faction they're on. But yeah, the humans at least kind of look human. They're always trying to not necessarily kill the enemy, but take them over. Which is smart. You want to use them if they're powerful. You want to use them. You want to make them on their side. But I think that's kind of what they're trying to do. And their strategy is not to destroy the enemy, but to subvert them. Okay, much more. That's pretty much it, though. for that scene. A lot happened too. I wish we could watch more, but we're not gonna, because we got a lot more streaming to do. If you see here, there's the next scene is extra scene 4, and we'll watch it tomorrow. It's another 5-minute scene. It goes from 45 to 50. And that's all. That's what this part of the episode what they call season 25. So we're not going to watch that today. Sushi? I like sushi. Did I say sushi? I might have. All right. Next part of the show. Yeah, I didn't get correctly into the correct category either. I don't care. Ugh. It's the part I like to call the big brain games. I like to do these on a daily basis, which is pretty much what I do every time. Hold on. Just to make sure that the brain is working properly. Okay, hold on a second. I've just finally gotten myself into just chatting category here. It takes about 10 minutes to run through this set of games. Sometimes a little more, but it's good content as far as I'm concerned. Some people like it. I don't know if everyone does. So let's describe what that is. I like teriyaki. I like tempura. I want tempura. I want sushi and tempura. Like one of those feasts. When I go to San Diego for TwitchCon, I'm going to try to do that. So the games we like to play are, is there a song that reminds me of sushi or teriyaki? I don't know. This one is called, basically this is a variation of the New York Times Wordle game, but it's Quirrell. You solve 4 5-letter words at the same time. You can use 5-letter words, your guesses. Yeah. All right, let's see here. What do we got here? I use the same 3 starting words every time. I think this word on the lower left is going to be payee, P-A-Y-E-E. Over here, it could be a couple things, right? It could be flume, F-L-U-M-E, right? But actually, could it be anything else? Because we know it's L-U-M-E, right? Yeah, I think it has to be flume. That's the only one that's spelled like that. F-L-U-M-E. Let's try it. It was flume. Yeah, really. They have to be 5 letters. Okay, here we have. Look, I'm 90% sure this is payee, because what else could it be, right? All right, this up here we got T. We know where the L is, but there's an A and okay. I think this is alert on the upper right, right? E-A-L-E-R-T. Does that fit? Yeah, it fits. And then the last one we have, okay, we have a B-A-Y, a B-A-E, excuse me, an R. And so it could be. And the A has to go in the 4th or 5th position because it's not in the first 3. Could it be rebar? R-E-B-A-R? Yeah, it could be. All right. And thanks for the Illume is not a word. But you're more than welcome to put words in. I'm not going to probably need them. Okay, second game is another Quirrell, and then we're going to do Revealed and Tightrope. Again, because I do these every day, they don't really take a long time. So that's why I like to do a couple. Otherwise, the whole thing would go quite quickly. The Tightrope quiz is a 9-question timed trivia quiz, and today is the hardest trivia that they have claimed, at least. All right, so what do we got here? This is going to be upper right. I kind of know this pattern here. It's chaos, C-H-A-O-S. This one here, it could be truth, T-R-U-T-H. But could it be anything else? Nah, it's got to be truth. I think so. At least T-R-U-T-H, upper left. Here we have something R. There's an O, N, and C in it. B-R-O, but then there's a C in there. It doesn't start with a C and the B. Bronc is not a word, right? Bronc can't possibly be a word. It's literally the only thing that fit. All right, last one here. Now this one is going to be a little tricky. I think it's alive, but it could also be alike. But that's all right. If it were alike, we get another guess. All right, that was the extreme. We're moving on to the Revealed. We'll do this before the trivia quiz. Revealed is a new game that they've recently started doing, and I've been doing it like a couple weeks, really, like 3 weeks or less. And what it is you get a subject, which in this case is place. You get the fill-in words that you have to figure out. and then a heavily redacted document, which includes, in this case, the dark blue words can be revealed if we need them, but the gray ones are effectively what we're looking for. Okay, so let's try reading this. Sometimes you can get a lot of clues, and sometimes I can get it just from the redacted documents. Let's give it a whirl. Blank is a blank, 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 blank of the blank, blank, in and an enclave in blank, situated on the west blank of the blank. Blank is the world's blank, fully blank, blank. Its blank and blank walls form its blank, except on the at blank. And then there's a parenthesized long word of some kind. All right, I want to try this one here. State. Ugh. Enclave situated in the west of something. World's. It's a place. It's some kind of intimate state. It's like Liechtenstein or San Marino, but those won't fit in there. This could be a hard one. I don't mind. Its blank walls form its blank borders, except on the blank. I don't know. Now, I'm going to make some guess here. That wouldn't make any sense. Get out of that. Because wall is obviously not a thing. All right, I want to reveal this here. Piazza San Pietro. Now I know what it is. Because Piazza San Pietro is a giveaway. It's Vatican City, right? Yeah. All right. Well, I think I should have got that before Piazza San Pietro, but I did solve it. Let's look at here's the ecclesiastical state, see the Roman Catholic Church. Probably would have got some of these. Enclave of Rome, West by at the Tiber River. Vatican City is the world's smallest fully independent nation state. Blah, 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 for the boundaries except for St. Peter's Square. It's Piazza San Pietro. Okay, results. I needed 2 reveals. Other players required on average 4.4, so I did better. It's a good game. All right, I want to play the trivia game. I'm a trivia master, certified trivia master. I don't know who certifies that shit, but this is the tightrope trivia quiz. This is it's a week. Every day of the week, there's a new quiz. There's 9 questions. It's timed. To do well, you got to get them both right and fast. So once I hit that play button, we'll be timed. It's also graded so that the Sundays are the hardest ones. And easier questions on Mondays. So far I haven't really been able to tell whether that's true or not. Right? But blah, mountain range is Sanskrit for abode of snow. It's Himalayas. We fly around the Himalayas a lot. Nepal, Lukla, mermaid sites, and manatees are thought to be the source of the mermaids. I'm trying to get these as quickly as possible, but I could get them wrong, which is not good. Joey Chester's hot dogs. Joey Chestnut, very famous. He's from my area. He's from the Bay Area. So I should be able to get that one. Georgetown's Prime Minister in 2022. Wasn't it Liz Truss? Yeah. If I remember, that's some history there. Well, it wasn't any of those others. They were all Prime Minister for a long time. A candle maker and a soap maker. It's Procter & Gamble. P&G. All right, we got 5 out of 9. Let's keep going. Mastication. The master is looking at the jaw. Mastication is chewing. It's only one place you do that. Looming do not panic has displayed remarkable sang-froid. Of all those words, that's the only appropriate one for that blank. All right, we can finish it because we can get 2 wrong and still survive. Down there, heat, an entity Carter, yeah. Vaguely remember that. Not really. All right, last one. We're moving along. Probably which capitals? I think it's E.E. Cummings. Yeah, I remember him. It was a thing, and And yeah, it was a thing that he in his published works. His publishers were trying to be cutesy. All right, what did we get here? We got all of them correctly and pretty fast. So I think we got a good score here. Tightrope boss, walking encyclopedia, clever funambulist. That's the highest possible ranking for a particular game, which we got on the hardest game. That's a lot of points, 2,950 points. You try this. Of course, now you've seen the answers. All right, we got 2 more games to go. And these are octortals, so they're like Quirtles. I'll just go to them real quickly. Then we'll be switching over to the music category. I got a lot of streaming to do. Okay, we'll start with the classic. It's a lot like that Quirtle, except you get 8 words to solve at the same time. They're 5-letter words, so I'm going to use my same 3 starting words: noisy, plate, and crumb. If you can come up with 3 better starting words, I would love to hear them. But of course, they have to have 15 different letters of the 26 letters in the English language, all 5 vowels and a Y at the end of one of the words, and then it's a good one. Let's see what we got here. Let's see. This could be IRST, so it could be first, FIRST, lower left there. Let's see. We have ARM, no other vowels. Well, let's go with karma for the lower right, because that fits. What do we got here? Not too much there. C, O, and a K. That's all we got there. It could be... What could come after the C? It's not an O, because the O isn't there. Oh, CH. It could be CHOCK. Chalk. All right, and that's not too much else. This is the easy one. We're going to do a hard one after this, and that'll be done with the games. This one is going to be BAR something E. So let's try barge. BARGE, upper right. Okay, we're moving along. We got 4 out of 8. What is this one? Oof. TU something OR. 2-door. Is that a word? It isn't. It should be a word. It can't be 2 more. Huh. Tutor is not a word. Maybe it's spelled differently. All right, let's do this one down. BLEAT. Let's just grab that. EAT, lower left. This one here is FU something GE, right? FU, right? The U has to go there. So it's, what's that word? FU something GE. Fudge. Sorry, simple word. Alrighty. The D was helpful. Down where? Here. Okay, now we have all 5 letters of this word in the lower right, and now that I see all 5 letters, it can only be synod, SYNOD. Yeah, one of those great easy words to know. I play this game a lot. That's how I know these. Okay, now we know where the U and the O are, which was where I thought they were. But maybe the T is not at the beginning, so the T could be in the middle. Could be RUTO, but then what? Or the R could be at the end. Oh, it could be tutor, TUTOR. I got it, TUTOR. All right, you win, but there's one more to do, and this is the hard one. It's called the rescue. But then we'll be done with the brain games today. So far, I've done pretty good, I gotta say. The rescue, I don't get to use my powerful 3 starting words. It picks 4 random starting words for you every time. We're lucky kind of this time because at least we have all the vowels are represented in the 4 random starting words. Let's see if any of these are going to be easy. Let's see. That one's not going to be easy. This one here starts with an L, has an A, E, and a C in it. It could be leech, LEACH, and not much else. So let's grab that. Oh, that H was helpful here. Okay, so now it ends in ASH and has a T in it. So it could be stash, S-T-A-S-H, lower left. No, oops, that's not good. It could be trash, T-R-A. In fact, that's a more likely word. Okay, but that's fine because we needed that R. All righty, all right. We're still working on it. It could be done. Let's say we have a T and an E to place where this, along with an R and a U, where we know where they are. Could it be truly? No. T-R-U could be truer. No, it can't start with a T. In fact, okay, so the T has to go in the position 3. Okay, got it. So it's R-U-T. Okay, so right, R-U-T-E. So it could be brute, B-R-U-T-E, right? Could be something besides a B there. We'll give it a whirl. All right, the B was not helpful, but we eliminated it. Let's see what we got here. G, and the G can only go in 1 or 4, and there's an R as well. And D is available, so it could be ridge, R-I-D-G-E, lower right. I think, well, now we can't win, but that's fine. It was dirge. It's an anagram, so, it could have been ridge. All right, that's fine. We're having a good time. Can't win them all, and this one we're not going to win. This one word is most likely ruddy, R-U-D-D-Y, lower right. Let's see. We got 2 guesses to get 3 words. That's why I know we're not going to finish. This is, let's see, elegy, E-L-E-G-Y, lower right, right? E-L-E-G-Y. L-E-G has to be. And then let's see. We have this word S-L something I. And then, okay, it says S-L-I. It's probably slime upper right here, right? It looks like we have more clues, but I'm pretty sure that is. All right, we were very close because we didn't get verve. All right, well, that was fun. I had a great time. You know what? Plenty of stream. Look how much Diet Coke there is left here. There's so much left. I'm going to take a very short break. I'll run my little musical thing here. Let's get the category set up for the next category, which is going to be the musical category. I don't know what we're going to do. Probably just the regular, play some guitar, maybe sing a couple songs in karaoke mode. Did that work? That seems to have worked. All right, let me run my mid-roll, and we'll see you on the other side. Thanks for sticking around. Hello, back again. Get my camera set up a little better here. There's better. All right, there we go. See this little inset window with the guitar. Probably should move this way. There we go. Inset window, audio action. I'm checking my levels. All right, so today's guitar. By the way, I'm about to turn my reverb on. It's gonna be annoying. Why would you do it if it's annoying? So it's for the singing portion. When I'm monitoring myself singing, the reverb really helps you stay on tune. It's just it's a silent kind of audio psychological phenomenon, physiological phenomenon. But really, it's how your ears hear yourself while you're speaking. Trying to get my ergonomics a little better when I'm playing seated. Which I much prefer to play standing up, by the way. Which I would, but there's just no way to really make a standing variation of my setup here. You know, I have to. The cameras would have to be repositioned every single time. Blah blah blah. I think maybe I should work on a standing. Maybe standing be like way up here. Wouldn't work. I got my microphone set up. It looks pretty good. Let's see. That's about. I want to move my microphone closer to me. That will help reduce outside sounds, ambient sounds. Anyway, I have what I mentioned, like roughly 15 guitars, about 10 electric, 10 more electric. This is one of them. It's a Paul Reed Smith, beautiful. CE-24. There's a couple of different versions of Paul Reed Smith's guitars. Some of them are made in Asia and are not very expensive. But this is made in America. It's not super expensive because it's got the bolt-on neck. It's still an amazing guitar. And again, I mentioned before, you cannot appreciate the finish. This striping is called Trampus green. Unless you see it in person, because you need two eyes to get the 3D effect. It's quite hypnotic. It's a really pretty guitar. It's really well made too. Things like one of the things that contributes to the sound are the pickups. You can't buy these pickups; they won't sell them to you. You can only buy a guitar from Paul Reed Smith that has these pickups in them. They're very powerful. I guess if one of them breaks, they'll fix it for you, but they won't sell you a new one. You can't buy new ones. Must be your skin. What's the lyrics here? Glycerine. Let me just bring the lyrics up. I want to sing something. What's that? Oh, sorry, lyrics. Must be your skin. I'm sinking in. Must be for real. Now I can feel. I didn't mind. It's not my kind. It's not my time to wonder why everything goes white and everything's gray. Now you're here and now you're away. I don't want this. Remember that. I'll never forget you where you're at. Don't let the days go by. Glycerine. Glycerine. Never alone all the time. Are you at one or do you lie? We live in a wheel where everyone steals. But when we rise, it's like strawberry fields. If I treated you bad, you bruised my face. Wouldn't love you anymore, you got a beautiful taste. Don't let that days go by. I couldn't have easier on you. I couldn't change though I wanted to. But should have been easier by three. Our old friends Fear and you and me. Glycerine. I needed you more when I wanted us less. Could not kiss, just regress. It might just be so simple and plain. That's just fine, that's just one of my names. Don't let the days roll by. I could have been easier on you. Glycerine. 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 I'll play Behind Blue Eyes. But I didn't read the lyrics. I forgot them. I have forgotten them. It goes a little like this. No one knows what it's like to be the bad man, to be the sad man behind blue eyes. No one knows what it's like to be hated, to be fated, to telling only lies. But my dreams, they are as empty as my conscience seems to be. I have hours, oh, not lonely. My love is vengeance, it's never free. No one knows what it's like to feel these feelings like I do. And I blame you. No one bites back as hard on their anger. None of my pain and woe can show through. But my dream, the heart is empty as my conscience seems to be. I have hours only more lonely. Love is vengeance, it's never free. When my fist clenches, crack it open, or I use it and lose my cool. When I smile, please tell me some bad news, or I laugh and act like a fool. And if I swallow anything evil, put your finger down my throat. When I shiver, please give me a blanket. Keep me warm, let me wear your coat. No one knows what it's like to be the bad man, to be the sad man behind blue eyes. I haven't done that one in a while. I should do more. I like that song. All right, I'm going to switch over to the karaoke category, whatever it is, you know. I want to do the song I've been really having a fun time doing. Well, I'm with a bunch of them, but Sister Golden here. We'll start with that one. Give me a second here. I'll fix this up. I think this is what we were doing. Nope, it's the other one. Okay, a second. Hold on. Let me start that. I think that's the one we're doing. I don't know. Here we go. Get ready for that. Oh, yeah, Capo. Capo 2. I'll be able to figure it out. I think I know the song by now. I've been doing it a couple times, but I have more practice. Well, I tried to make it Sunday, but I got so depressed that I set my sights on Monday, and I got myself undressed. I ain't ready for the altar, but I do agree there's times when a woman sure can be a friend of mine. Well, I keep on thinking about you, Mr. Golden, there's surprise. And I just can't live without you. Can't you see it in my eyes? I've been one more correspondent. I've been too hard to find, but it doesn't mean it ain't been on my mind. Will you leave me? Will you love me? Just a little America. America. It's still a great band, though. What's the next one we got here? Why not? REM is my meat and potatoes. This one goes out to the one I love. This one goes out to the one I left behind. Simple pride, occupy my time. This one goes out to the one I love. Fire, This one goes out to the one I love. This one goes out to the one I left behind. Simple pop, occupy my time. This one goes out to the one I love. Goes out to the one I love. This one goes out to the one I left behind. Another drop occupied my time. This one goes out to the one I love. Yeah, I don't. Let's do a different one. I can see why you think you love me. I never tried to make you think. Let you see one thing for yourself. Now you're off with someone else, and I know. I thought that I might keep you for my own. Maybe fading into red sea. And I don't know if it's you or if it's me. Maybe it's one of our songs that we both will be. Looking at me right there. What you wanna do? I think I could stay with you for a while, maybe longer if I do. And now, what you wanna do? I think I could stay with you for a while, maybe longer if I do. Falling out of you, falling out of you. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Just falling out of you. I like that song. All right, gonna do find a couple more songs to do. Next one is a lovely song by Sixpence None the Richer. It's called There She Goes. It goes a little like this. Should be nice and loud. There she goes. There she goes again. Racing my rain. And I just can't contain this feeling that remains. There she goes. There she goes again. Coursing my veins, and I just can't contain this feeling that remains. There she goes. There she goes again. Racing my brain, I just can't contain this feeling that remains. There she goes. There she goes again. She calls my name, pulls my train. No one else heal my pain, and I just can't contain this feeling that remains. There she goes. There she goes again. Chasing my race, and I just can't contain this feeling that remains. There she goes. There she goes. The next song is going to be a little Rolling Stone song. It's called Paint It Black. Thanks, let's keep up with everything. I see her and I want to paint it black. No colors anymore, I want them to be black. I see that girls will fly dressed in their summer clothes. Have to burn this thing happening to you. And I am hard enough in the setting sun. My love will laugh at me before the morning comes. I see her in the door and I want her fading black. No colors anymore, I want them to turn black. See that girl's what my eye dressed in that summer clothes. I have to turn my head until my darkness goes. Black as night, black as cold. Wanna see the sun lighting out the sky. Wanna see the All right, we're gonna do the sign. I'll get one more or two more songs so that I literally burn my voice out. That's the intention for the day, you know. It's the only way to get it stronger. Kind of sing until no more singing. All right, next song is called "The Sign" by Ace of Base. Search you guys the sign karaoke, Ace of Base, right? Which is the one I like. I can't remember. There's two. They're both good, right? I think this is the one we do, right? Capo 5. That part I remember. Nope, it's the other one. Other one. This one. That's fine. Oh yeah, definitely this one. They're a little different tempos, I think. doing that song. I like doing all these. Okay, probably the last song. Capo 2. We'll have to figure this one out. Maybe no capo, can't remember. You say we got nothing in common. Common ground to start from, and we're falling apart. You say the world has come between us. Lives have come between us. Still, I know you just don't care. And I said, what about breakfast at Tiffany? She said, I think I remember the film, and as I recall, I think we both kinda liked it. And I said, well, that's one thing that we've got. I see you, the only one who knew me. Now your eyes see through me. Days that I was wrong. So what now? Plain to see we're over. Think when things are over. So much is left undone. And I said, what about breakfast at Tiffany? She said, I think I remember the film, and as I recall, I think we both kinda liked it. I said, well, that's one thing that we got. Say, we got nothing in common. Common ground to start from, and we're falling apart. You'll say the world has come between us. Lives have come between us. Still, I know you just don't care. And I said, what about breakfast at Tiffany? She said, I think I remember the film, and as I recall, I think we both kinda liked it. And I said, well, that's one thing that we got. Oh, and I said, what about breakfast at Tiffany? She said, I think I remember the film, and as I recall, I think we both kinda liked it. And I said, well, that's one thing that we've got. And I said, what about breakfast at Tiffany? She said, I think I remember the film, and as I recall, I think we both kinda liked it. And I said, well, that's one thing that we've got. feel fine anytime she's around me now. She's around me now, almost all the time. If I'm well, you can tell that she's been with me now. She's been with me now quite a long, long time, and I feel fine. That's it, killer. Every now and then the things I lean on lose their meaning, and I find myself careening to places where I should not let me go. She has the power to go where no one else can find me. Yes, and to silently remind me of happiness, the times that I've known. Well, it's there, I just got to go now. Isn't what she's got to say, how she thinks or where she's been. I won't. To me, the words are nice the way they sound. Like to hear them best that way. Does it much better what they mean? She says they're mostly just to calm me down, and I feel fine anytime she's around me now. She's around me now, almost all the time. And if I'm well, you can't tell she's been with me now. She's been with me now quite a long, long time. Yes, and I feel fine. All right, Caroline, on my mind will be the Slash song today, though. Good choice, though. Thank you for picking it. Well, let me just bring it up here. This one has great backing vocals in it, too. Unlike most of them. Okay, hold on a second. Let's get this here. That's about right. Okay, I think Capo 2, right? Okay, here's the back with the backings. Oops, Capo 1. I got another. In my mind, I'm going to Carolina. Can't you see the sunshine? Can't you just feel the moonshine? You're just like a friend of mine to hit me from behind. Yes, I'm going to Carolina. And she's a silver sun. You best walk her way and watch it shining. Watch her and watch the morning come. A silver tear appearing. Now I'm crying. Late night, going to Carolina in my mind. There ain't no doubt in no one's mind that love's the finest thing around. Whisper something soft and kind. Hey babe, the sky's on fire. I'm dying. Ain't I going to Carolina in my mind? You ready? In my mind, I'm going to Carolina. Can't you see the sunshine? Can't you just feel the moonshine? Mean it just like a friend of mine to hit me from behind. Yes, I'm going to Carolina in my mind. Dark and silent late last night. I think I might have heard that I
they calling. He sends like the dogs to bite. Signs that might be human. Say I'm going to Carolina in my life. With a holy host of others standing around me. Till I'm on the dark side of the moon. And it seems like it goes on like this forever. You must forgive me. I'm bad, going to Carolina in my mind. In my mind, I'm going to Carolina. Can't you see the sunshine? Can't you just feel the moonshine? Ain't it just like a friend of mine that you fell behind? Yes, I'm going to Carolina. In my mind. Carolina in my mind. And I'm going to Carolina in my mind. Carolina in my mind. I'm gone. Say nice things about me. I'm gone. South. Got to carry on without me. I'm gone.
It's not the first time I played this song. So lots more songs I like to play, but I really think I've accomplished what I needed to. And thank you so much for the suggestion. I really appreciate it. I look forward to being a regular on the stream. Be sure to hit that subscribe button. It's free. And I'm not monetized, so you won't see ads or anything like that. It's great. Hold on a second. I won't be singing anymore, so I just hit my reverb off. It's completely dead in here. There's no reverb. But it really helps sing when you have that reverb. In fact, I can't sing at all on key. Well, I'm getting better. I've been doing this for almost 2 years now, and singing has been part of it. Thank you. And it will continue to be part of it because I think I'm getting better. Last time I went into a karaoke bar, I got a lot of compliments. Let me put it that way. And next time I go, I'm going to try to actually destroy the room. There's a couple places I have in mind. San Diego, TwitchCon. Sing some of these songs, these karaoke songs that I really know well. Because I think I do pretty well. I think Sister Golden Hair is a great song. James Taylor is something I've been playing, and I learned how to finger pick by watching him play and then imitating what he was doing. Something in the way she moves looks my way on my name. Oh, it took me 10 years of playing before I could attempt to sing a song and play at the same time. 10 years, 8 years is nothing. I've been playing for over 50. I've got that, they talk about 10,000 hours to master something, and I've got that 10,000 hours in and another 10,000 hours in. So, it's not natural talent, excuse me here. It's just practice and repetition. And people say, well, how do you get good at the guitar? I mean, I'm okay. And I play piano, I think a little better, frankly. How do you get good? No, there's no workarounds. Oh, you have to do it 3. Oh, okay, in Australia. Yeah, okay. That means you've had more schooling and probably more theory than I have. I have a lot of theory because I had to learn how to read fake books, which means I had to become familiar with every possible chord as spread out, like E7 major over G minor over G, or G minor over B5, those kind of things. Thank you. It is a virtue. So I play a lot. Well, I like to bring some passion to the show. I'm always excited about playing music. I'm excited about the show, and I do it every single. Well, everybody wants a shortcut. And I wanted a shortcut. There was a while when I would look at my favorite musicians, my great guitar players, and I was like, I just want to play like that. I don't have to put the work in. But the truth is, after a while, it becomes fun, and it becomes something where you just want to integrate. I just want to do it every day anyway. So now I do it as part of my performance. It's the beautiful PRS CE-24. I've got a really weird mic now that measures how far away my voice is. It's got an actual camera, effectively, or it's got a visual sensor, so I could talk louder and talk louder, talk louder, talk louder, talk louder, talk louder. And normally that would get much louder, but it's actually attenuating automatically based on my distance to the microphone. It's called a Lewitt Ray. It's a really interesting new design. that, and it's got a distance sensor. Here, I'll show you. If you're curious about this, this is my new mic. It's called the Lewitt Ray. Okay, so that white bar there is the distance sensor. So as I move farther away, the white bar gets smaller, and as I move, oops, hold on, I can't show that. So I got an eagle on my other stream over here. All right, now we're better. Yeah, I mean she's Twitch friendly, and then it automatically mutes when you get far enough away too. So like if I walk away from the mic, and it sounds very good. It's a good quality condenser mic. But I've just been starting to use it. I'm still kind of learning the ins and outs, but I think it does sound very nice. I think it sounds okay. I mean, my voice, it is what it is. My voice, typically these condenser mics are really good for a deeper voice. They give you more bass. All right, I got to run. I had a great time as always. I'm gonna run my little outro. I'm gonna get on with my day. I'm gonna watch some more streamers. I'm gonna have some fun. Just relax. It's my Sunday. I hope everyone had a great time. And if you did, remember my regular streaming schedule. I like to start right around the same time. Monday, or Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and then also Wednesdays if I can. But keep in mind, I am working during the week a regular 40-hour job as a software engineer. So sometimes that requires me on weekdays to do a shorter show. I can stretch out a little bit on the weekends, but I'm going to keep doing it because I love it. Anyway, see you soon. Thank you.